Well, hello and happy Friday. I'm Sue Krautbauer, and I'm passionate about helping midlife, mid-career 30 to 50-somethings build out a plan to achieve their personal or professional goals. As a mentor for midlifers, my weekly musings are intended to provide some gems that can get you out of the blah zone and moving forward to achieving your goals. Well, last week I shared a bit about how Amy, one of my clients, turned her hobby, her love of gardening, into a part-time business with a full-time income. Today is the beginning of the 4th of July holiday here in the U.S., which is a celebration of our country's independence. Each year, all through June and running into July 4th, neighbors and friends are celebrating another kind of Independence Day. Graduation Day. On every corner around town, you see balloons and signs for grad parties everywhere. These young adults are making their first big step as adults and will be shortly going off to, say, university or trade school, ready to take on the world. Mom and Dad beaming, tents in the backyards, fabulous food, and a train of people coming and going, all to celebrate this amazing accomplishment and transition to a new life phase. But if you look real closely, Mom's big smile might just have a bit of a quiver to it because their last bird is taking off and they are facing a huge transition too, the empty nest syndrome. While many parents look forward to the day they'll have the whole house to themselves, but for some women, it may not be as wonderful as they had hoped or expected or even possibly dreaded. So today I'm talking specifically to moms that are facing the big old house that stays clean, is too quiet, and echoes just a little bit too much too. During the transition to empty nest, you're likely to have more money, time, and freedom than you've had in a very, very long time. But I'm going to ask you this question. What are you going to do with all that time? How are you going to deal with the fact that you're not going to see or speak to your child each day? How will you manage your relationship with your spouse? Kids are a lot to have in common, and that commonality is greatly reduced. So what does the future hold for you and your significant other? Fortunately, there are many things that you can do to transform that void in your life and build an exciting and fulfilling future. That's why I touched on Amy's successes last week. Today, quickly, I'm going to chat about why I think now is the perfect time to consider becoming a midtrepreneur and why I think that empty nesters make such great entrepreneurs. I love the experience that empty nesters bring to these new ventures. Empty nesters have raised children. They've developed many skills that are so important to entrepreneurship, like resilience or patience, communication, organization, and life skills. They also have more free time to get creative and focus on a new venture with the kids out of the house. Every week, I get inquiries about business mentoring and mindset help to get unstuck because many empty nesters are interested in entrepreneurship, but need just a little help getting started. Since a business can feel very overwhelming, if you're contemplating a possible business startup, then the best advice I can give you is to break down all of your tasks into small steps and set goals for yourself each week. Having an accountability partner or a personal board of directors can help you stay focused and to meet your goals as well. If you need help, ask. Don't be afraid to ask for advice, support, feedback from those in your network. I found that that was the best way to move my ideas forward in the businesses that I've created. So, for those empty nesters who are first-time business owners and entrepreneurs, I think one of the biggest obstacles is lack of confidence to go for it. Many moms are the biggest cheerleaders for their own kids, but when it comes to themselves, they may not be as willing to take a risk all alone. A great way to make this easier is to maybe consider starting a business with a friend or a colleague. Having another person to bounce ideas off of and work with can help to ease the transition and the nervousness. Okay, For some of you, the thought of a full-time business is just not appealing. You're looking forward to relaxing a little bit, slowing down, and getting caught up on things that have been pushed aside during graduation and college application process over this past year or two. However, you've been told many times that, well, your paintings are amazing, or the furniture you refinish is gorgeous, or perhaps the craft you enjoyed could be turned into some sort of income, like Amy, remember? So what's another option besides an all-encompassing entrepreneur choice? Well, it's called a side hustle. What the heck is a side hustle? A side hustle is any form of income that you earn that is not your main source of income. Over 44 million other Americans have a side hustle, according to a recent bank rate study. And they're onto something here. I mean, even the CEO of Goldman Sachs has a side hustle. Maybe you should too. Don't believe me? Well, according to an article in the New York Times, David Solomon, the CEO of the Goldman Sachs, is also a DJ known as D-Soul. Everyone seems to be getting in on the side hustle these days, and for good reason, including me. Empty nest is a perfect time to explore a side hustle. There are many reasons that side hustles are appealing, and for empty nesters, with more time on our hands, this may be the perfect time to explore how this could work for you. Without endless after-school evenings and weekend activities that consumed your family's free time in the past, you just may be looking for an interesting new way to fill that void. And side hustles allow you to earn extra money, pursue your passions, share your expertise, and develop skills and explore and test the waters for possible new careers. What do you think the biggest obstacles are for empty nesters looking to start a business? And how can we overcome them? So, for empty nesters who are first-time business owners, entrepreneurs, I think one of the biggest obstacles is a lack of confidence to just go for it. Many moms are the biggest cheerleaders for their own kids. But, well, when it comes to themselves, they may not be as willing to take a risk alone. So, make it easier. Start a business with a friend. Like I mentioned before, having another person to bounce ideas off of, share the risk and the work can help ease the transition. Or find a professional business mentor or coach that can help you through this process. There is no better time than right now to consider pursuit of your business ownership dreams now that your nest is going to be empty for a while. And as a thank you to the moms out there for taking time out of your holiday weekend to listen to me, I've just released a new ebook called Empty Nest, A Woman's Life Reimagined. And since it's the Independence Day weekend, where our forefathers freed our country, I am happy to offer this ebook free to all empty nesters to read over the weekend. I've created this with amazing women just like you who are thinking about what to do now that the kids are launched and have been noodling about becoming an entrepreneur in midlife. Click the link below in my post and I'll get you a copy emailed to you lickety-split so you can read it while relaxing with, a cool drink over the weekend. And since we're on a theme about school, graduation, attending university and such, next week I plan to talk about 7 things that are necessary for success that you just weren't taught in school. Don't miss it. Wishing you a lovely 4th of July holiday.